This is just crazy. So I've been listening to his teleprompter. Man, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm not gonna be playing it through, but I'm gonna be cutting pieces. But I'll leave a link to this official video so you don't like, so you can't accuse me of misconstruing or getting stuff out of context. But let's just see.
Get it no matter the color of their skin or where they live.
Yeah, the first thing I want to point out is I made a comment. Listen to this. This is something Satan would say.
I'm going to move heaven and earth to get us going in the right direction.
You're gonna what?
We should know. I'm going to move heaven and earth to get us going in the right direction.
You're gonna move heaven and earth. What does that even mean? That's something the devil would say. I didn't say that's something the devil would do. I said it's something the devil would say. Well, he would do it if he could do it. Like, you get what I'm saying. That's the first strike. Second strike.
I'm going to use my power under the Defense Production Act when I'm switching sites and send mobile units to hard-reached communities.
You can clearly see that he's trying to read. He'll even stumble across his words. I wish I would have wrote more timestamps down so you could see that, but I didn't, so...
hard-to-reach communities. And we also know there's a vaccination hesitancy in many communities, especially Black, Latino, Native American communities, who have not always been treated with the dignity and honesty they deserve by the federal government.
Has the federal government ever been full of dignity and honesty?
And the scientific community throughout our history. That's why we will launch a massive public education camp.
See right there, EduCamp. What? What's an EduCamp?
And the scientific community throughout our history. That's why we will launch a massive public education campaign.
Oops, you messed up. You messed up your teleprompter. Sorry.
To increase vaccine acceptance.
Increase acceptance? For what? If you don't want it, you don't want it. If you want it, you want it. You don't need to increase. You're never in your freaking life, a little bit of life you have left, you old prick, you're never gonna convince me to do it. Even if you threaten my freedom or my life, I do not care. I'm not gonna do it.
We'll do everything we can to show the vaccine.
No, you won't do everything you can to show. You'll do everything to lie to get people to believe whatever the heck you're about to say.
Vaccines are safe.
No, you can't. You can't. The only way would be if you get a lighter, put a lighter in your hand, get the syringe right there in person to where you would inject whatever liquid's in there, half of it yourself, then burn the tip of the needle to kill any of the cross-contaminants, and then shove it in someone else. Period. Period. And even then, I wouldn't believe it.
And critically important for one's own health and that of their families and the communities. That means we're also going to make sure vaccines are distributed equitably. So every person who wants a vaccine can get it no matter the color of their skin or where they live. And we're going to ensure vaccinations are free of charge. Fifth.
Yeah, they're going to have to, because if it's free, most likely people will take it. Oh, it's going to protect me and my family and it's free? I have no reason to say no. My question is, we know it's a teleprompter. Who wrote the words? Who wrote the words? Why do people vote for presidents when they don't even say their own words? They are reading off of a teleprompter and don't even say, well, he wrote these words. So no, because if he wrote the words, he wouldn't need to teleprompt them. He would remember. Well, he's old with dementia. Well, then he shouldn't be president if he can't handle the job at task. If he can't handle it, his tasks and his job, efficiently and effectively, he shouldn't be doing it.
Well, the pandemic rages on, and as we increase the supply, distribution, and administration of
He messed up again.
the vaccine, We have to remain vigilant. As part of the 100-day challenge,
100-day challenge. And what about 101? Is it magically going to stop? Is everything going to be overturned after 100 days? Or is that just something to say, well, 100 days is a long time? Because 50 days could happen, and then they can increase the 100 days.
We're going to be asking the American people to wear a mask.
You've been doing that longer than 100 days.
For the first 100 days of my administration. It's not a political statement. It's a patriotic duty.
Why does he sound like he's reading off of a freaking Cracker Jack box?
As part of the 100-day challenge, I'm going to be asking the American people to wear a mask for the first 100 days of my administration.
Cracker Jack time.
It's not a political statement. It's a patriotic duty. Our administration is going to require mask wearing where I have the power to do so.
Mask wearing where he has the power. No, define power. Because theoretically, you don't have any power to do that at all. You can request it. You can make a policy, but it's not a law.
For federal workers, in federal facilities, on interstate travel like planes and trains.
What about cars? When are you going to sneak that in?
And we've been working directly with county officials, mayors, governors to implement mask mandates in their cities and their towns and their states. Masking has been a divisive issue in this country.
So, but if your vaccine works, you wouldn't need. I gotta watch what I say. I said if. I didn't say it didn't. But I did say if it works. There's a difference. So YouTube, I'm gonna sue you if you turn this video down and give me a strike. Or a warning. I'm gonna sue you. Because you're breaking your own guidelines. Because you're giving me a strike and a shutdown. Without me breaking the rule.
But COVID is a killer in red states and blue states alike.
This is the way he's trying to convince other people that don't follow him that this is a unison issue. Let's just stop our differences for a while and work on the common good for the greater good together.
So I encourage you all to wear a mask.
You can encourage it, but I ain't doing it.
Encourage your family and friends to do the same.
No.
It's one of the easiest things we can do that will make a huge difference and to save lives.
So if that's true, why do we need a vaccine?
Another 100-day challenge is opening most of our K through 8 schools by the end of the first 100 days in the spring.
What's the point? That's when summer hits. What's the point? But oh wow, we get to go back and there's like a few weeks later or a few like if it's like April, May, June, who cares?
Look,
We
can only do that if Congress provides the necessary funding so we get school.
You're worried about the necessary funding, but is $900 million, nine bill, whatever, I don't know, 9 something to other countries. Get out of here. Fighting over people with $600 or $2,000. $20,000 ain't enough.
Districts, communities, and states the resources they need for those so many things that aren't there already in a tight budget. They need funding for testing to help reopen schools, more funding for transportation so students can maintain social distances on buses. They need it for school buildings, for additional cleaning service, protective equipment, ventilation systems. This is going to require an additional tens of billions of dollars to get this done. And Congress also needs to fund and provide more protective equipment for frontline health workers who are still reusing masks and gowns. We need to scale up testing so anyone who needs one can get a test. After 10 months of the pandemic, we still don't have enough testing.
If they want to vaccinate the entire planet, why the heck would you need a test?
It's a travesty.
So you're saying if I don't get it, let's say if I do the test and I'm negative, does that mean I still need one? Now let's say if I take a test and I do have it, do I still need one?
All this, vaccinations, testing, protective gear, is going to require more funding from Congress, more than was just approved.
More than just approved. Maybe you shouldn't have approved that bullcrap. You care about the American people, why are you sending it to other countries?
That's why I'll propose a COVID action package early next year and challenge Congress to act on it quickly. Look, my ability to change the direction of this pandemic starts in 3 weeks.
Oh gosh. 3 weeks. I waited 30 years for this.
With thousands dying every day between now and then,
Gotta watch what I say.
let me conclude by discussing what needs to happen now. I congratulate the bipartisan majority on passing the president's and then the president on signing the COVID relief bill. It's still, and though it's a step, an important step, still moves in the right direction. And it will help people in need.
No, what will help us in need is give us more money. And shut the heck up and leave us alone. Go focus on the animals. Go help the deers and the pigs and the sheeps and the goats and the bunny rabbits and the butterflies. Leave us alone.
And it'll pay for some, but not all of what we need to fix the COVID response.
Good. Well, anything they want to offer me, you can more than freaking happy give it to someone else who needs it more than me.
It's a down payment. But now, with that done, I hope the president will also clearly and unambiguously promote mask wearing. I give former Governor Chris Christie credit. He and I
Nobody cares what you give.
have disagreed in a number of things. But I'm
And nobody cares what I give either. But they definitely don't care about what you give even more.
thankful he's now encouraging people to do the right thing and wear masks for themselves,
No. Okay, I want to do the wrong thing then.
their loved ones, and their country.
And whatever you say is right, I want to do wrong.
I hope that President Trump will listen to him.
For what? There's 3 weeks left. Shut up.
He can do it too. It would make a huge difference for President Trump to say, wear masks. I hope the president will clearly and unambiguously urge all Americans
Oh, that's the thing I should have answered in the first place. Where's your mask, bucko?
to take the vaccine once it's available.
No.
I took it to instill public confidence in the
Did you? Prove to me you took it. Prove. Well, there's this video that I... No, prove it.
vaccine. President-elect Harris took hers today for the same reason.
No, and that's the thing. I thought there was more than one dose. You clowns. The only reason why I even care about this channel is to try to get other people to wake up. And I have 4.5 years or so of content on here that's not downloaded. But that's why I'm going to download everything, every video that I ever made. So when this channel gets deleted because of stuff like this, at least I have all that. And I'll make a new one. Okay, if only you guys knew what I do.
And when the president's doctors recommend it, President Trump should take it and instill the same degree of confidence.
But he already had COVID, right? And he survived. He doesn't need it, right?
Let me also say this to the American people. We can save, all the experts tell us, between
Define expert. Because they claim that they're experts?
60 and 100,000 lives in the weeks and months ahead if we just step up together.
No. You'd step up without me.
Wear a mask.
No.
Socially distance.
No.
Wash our hands.
No. Oh, I do that anyway, but no. Not for your reason.
Avoid large indoor gatherings.
No. I'm going to have 5,000 people in a clown car.
I know all these are not easy to ask.
Actually, it's pretty easy to ask. But it's not easy for me to be convinced. There's a difference.
But I'm asking you to make a sacrifice. You're already making tremendous sacrifices every single day.
Yeah, I am. Listening to your crap.
It's hard on your lives, on your livelihoods, on your kids, on your families.
Mm-hmm.
It's not small what we're asking of you.
Actually, it is. Putting on a mask, social distancing, and avoiding crowds is easier than being, because you have to go places to find enough people for it to be deemed not socially acceptable distancing. It's a lot easier to do that. And slapping on a mask is like a second. Come on. Don't act like you're just retarded.
But we're in this together. And the actions we take now are going to help us contain the pandemic and get us back to our lives and to our loved ones. So the American people, to all of you, I know there's a lot that we have to do.
No, we don't have to do anything. Everything was fine. And you guys freaking...
But I want you to know there's also much we can do. We're the United States of America. We've been through hard times before as a nation, and we'll come through this as well. I promise you we will.
Yeah, you guys will. Not us. That's what Hitler said. We're all going to come throughout. We're all going to be okay through this. We're all going to be okay. Get it now, bucko. That's my vaccine, and here's my next dose for later. It's my two doses.
So please, I wish you a happy new year. May God bless you and may God protect our troops.
You care about God? Meanwhile, you want to move heaven and earth? You want to move what he made? Those are clowns.
Wear a mask.
No. So is he going to change the direction of the virus, or are we heading into the darkest winter? Can't have it both ways, Joe. This is MO. Has more flip-flops in Miami Beach on the 4th of July. Wear a mask so we can keep the flu virus at bay. No flu this year, though. It's been canceled due to COVID. What a joke. Things will get worse before they get better. This morning, especially if he takes office. Yep. It's a joke. I said everything I had to say. Not really. There's a lot more. I could talk for years. But that's it for now. As always, may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you. Excuse me. Like I said, there's not one point in this video where I broke any guidelines. Period.